Well, here we are, a quick tour of my garden at the end of July. As you know, I've gone on to woodchip gardening this year, and I'll just show you some of the results. My peas are doing alright, but nothing special. But there again, I don't think I'm on my own. This bed here did have broad beans on most of it, but I've got a gap at the back and I just put a few potato seedlings in. And so I've just done one plant up and I've got those off, so I'm just going to dig this other up and we'll see what happens. And there's plenty of potatoes underneath here, look. Let me lift and shake. You see how nice they are. There's a little bit of slug damage, but not a lot. And you see how moist the soil is. These have not been watered. The thing about doing woodchip gardening is you don't need to water, because it draws the moisture up out of the ground rather than the other way around. Onto my onions. This side have been grown in woodchip, and they're just starting to go over now, and they're swelling up and they're not too bad. This side haven't been grown in woodchip, and to be honest there's very little difference. But I'll just walk up and show you the third part of my experiment with my onions, which are these in tubs, and they're all the same onion sets. These are a good 2 or 3 weeks further on, although they were all sowed at the same time. So I'm going to do an experiment during the winter with wood chips. This is my tunnel. Now this is where I put my first lot of wood chips about March this year. Now they're not very thick, so when my winter veg is done I'm going to put another load of wood chips down, and then I'm going to do potatoes in here this next spring, summer. But you can see, if I just put my trowel down here, dig a hole, and it's moist underneath. You know, so it's not very thick, but even that thin layer is making it easy for watering. You don't have to water. And the other good thing is that weeds are dead easy to get out. Because all you do, when you see them, you just pull them. And runner beans, likewise, they're in wood chips. And this bed here did have potatoes in, and I've planted some winter veg in here, kale, winter cabbages. I've got to say that I have got off to a slow start in here this year, but things are coming back to normal. And runner beans, I'm having my first boiling off today, which is about right. And I lost a lot because we had a very wet spring, well, wet June, and it was very dark, and the slugs just massacred them. So I've had to start them again. That's why they're inconsistent with the growth, but the ones I re-sowed have caught up. And that's my woodchip garden. Parsnips, they're in woodchip as well, they're doing alright. I also planted the same ones in here, and I've only got one parsnip that's took, and that's without wood chips. So then I put some potatoes in and covered them with wood chips. I've got to say that I'm quite pleased with this wood chip gardening. And there's my greenhouse, and I've got a couple of tomatoes on. I've had a couple of tomatoes already. I like my tomatoes. So that's the way we are. See you soon.